Hey Alexander, thanks for having me on your show, and thanks for telling people about Guiltless. We very much appreciate it. To the questions, what am I most afraid of right now? I think in my immediate thoughts, I'm afraid of kind of growing old without a secure means of living. I make my living in design and partially in music, and I think as technology advances, I question whether or not that work will be there with, AI and that kind of stuff, and also with what's going on in the US and how far the new sort of authoritarian wannabe regime will take it, and how that will affect our ability to retire and live out like some sort of comfortable existence as you grow old. The hardest thing about an album release is kind of all the work that you put into it. Takes, probably at the minimum time range, it takes about a year. And that's, writing music and lyrics, and then for Guiltless, I also do the artwork. So it's coming up with art and executing that. So everyone works together to create this thing, and you never know how it will be received, or if anyone will care, or if people are going to come to the shows, or if people are going to buy music. I think at this point in all of our lives, we don't expect to pay our rent with music. We're kind of beyond that, and we all do other things that are actually paying our bills. But our combined history and tours and everything, like, this music is kind of important to us, as a truthful sort of representation of like what we want to make. And so I think it's always a bit nerve-wracking to see how it will be received. The next question is, noise medicine or disease? For us, noise is absolutely medicine. Heavy music is therapy. It's cathartic. It helps you, as a musician, it's a channel for getting out your inner sort of anxiety and really channeling all kind of like negativity and pushing it out into something that's creative and not necessarily negative, but is representing the emotion that I think we all feel as heavy musicians. As a fan of heavy music growing up, like punk and hardcore, like as a kid, it definitely made me think that it's like noise is, it's great to find people, especially when you're a youngster, that you have a similar worldview and that is very influenced as far as, heavy music is just really like a way to discover the world, I think, for us. Next question, what do you give at live shows and what do you get back? I don't know, at live shows, we always try to really give our all and respect that people have paid money to come see us play, and that means being rehearsed and being ready to go and being appreciative and not being an asshole, and you know, respecting everyone at the clubs and like that kind of thing. And what I get out of playing is, I don't know, I mean, that's kind of the end result of all of the work that goes into making a record. Is you spend a year or more writing a record, and you know, you may play it together as a band, you may not. In Guiltless, we wrote this stuff remotely. And for me, a lot of the times the music doesn't feel totally real until you actually are playing it live in front of an audience. So it's a big reward. I think it's the culmination of all the effort. Next question: is death the norm of existence? Yeah, I think it is. Without death, I think there would be a lot less motivation, a lot less art, a lot just less of being human. I think you never know how much time you have left. I think the only thing you can try to do with it is make the best of what you have at that current time. And I know that me saying that to you and to other Ukrainians is it's a really heavy topic. I think for us, it's just kind of trying to acknowledge where we are and how lucky we are personally right now. And that is just basically living life to the fullest and doing what you can with your life while you can do it, or while you have the opportunity. For the next question, my personal attitude about what's going on in the United States is a total tragedy, I think. In 2008, when my wife and I lived in Brooklyn and Obama was elected, it really felt to us that like the United States had changed course, and that religion was less important, and that equality was more important, and that respect for people and human rights was more important. Now, I mean, it's just a total fucking nightmare. It hasn't really intruded on my personal life yet, but we do feel it, the attack on LGBTQ people, and I mean, it's just going on. They're trying to change education to religious education now. It's I don't know. The one word I would just say is it's just fucked, and I don't know. We'll see sort of how it unfolds. Poland was able to come back from it. I know they're still rebuilding their government, but so even if it does go very far, I think I would still have some hope that it could be rectified at some point. And the last question, for what I would say to you guys about the Russian aggression, fascism, man, I think it's impossible for me to say anything other than my heart goes out to everyone there. A Storm of Light, my other band, we played in Ukraine shortly after the riots about 10 years ago. And the promoters took us downtown, and we saw the downtown with the barricades and the memorials, and and we had a pretty good show there. So the town, Kiev is beautiful, and I don't know, I'm definitely rambling a bit, but I having played there, I think I have like more of a sort of respect for you guys and for the people, and I don't know, I just hope that somehow this ends and that Russia Russia loses. I think this is all definitely part of Putin's effort to sort of destabilize everything, and probably to start trying to take back the Baltics and everything. I don't know. It's one stupid dictator's wish list or life goals or whatever just has to inflict death upon, you know, hundreds of thousands of people. It's fucked. So yeah, I hope that answers everything. I know I'm sort of stumbling through this, but thanks again for having me on, and yeah, cheers.